Hey guys, Sean's in the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor, and the host for the Network Marketing Insider, where we bring on business owners. These are at-home business owners. Those are entrepreneurs that are doing things in the convenience of their home, from their phone, from their laptops. But I want you to take some time, take some notes, learn, but also take action. Make sure you are going to use some of the tools, the skills that we go over in this conversation so that you can level up where you're at currently. A little housekeeping: if you're watching live, drop a hashtag live. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. Just so, and if you have any questions, drop them. Also, if you are an action taker, please drop a comment where you're watching from, and throughout, drop a favorite emoji. I want to know if you're still alive through this conversation. Before I bring on my next guest, I want to make sure you, if you haven't already, take a look at Got Backup. It's a sponsor of this podcast. Get 6 terabytes of storage on your phone or your computers, your laptop for $9.97 per month. You also have a resale rights. Make sure you take a look at that. All the links that I talk about and we talk about are in the description. Don't forget, take a look at Network Marketing Insider, the website that houses all of the podcasts that you can find with the audio. If you want to take a look at the video, you can also go to the YouTube channel. Take a look at the NMI token to learn some more. Let me bring on my next guest, Steve Tolerico. What's up, man? How are you?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I appreciate you taking some time out. A lot of people turn me down because they're too busy. I don't know how that is, or they just are afraid. So I thank you for being here. And
no problem. I appreciate you reaching out and offering me the opportunity.
Definitely. Now, I always ask guests, who are you and why did you get into network marketing?
Who am I? My name's Steve Tolerico, and I got into network marketing because I wanted some freedom, right? When you have a boss, you're on their schedule, and I like to have my own. So that's why I got started in this type of business, and that's why I'm still in it. And it's given me the luxury of freedom, freedom of having my own time to do the things that I want to do.
Love it. A lot of times people have that 9 to 5 and they try to do, and they can do a network marketing, affiliate marketing, a multi-level marketing on the side in their pockets of time. Some people do it for a short period of time. And then if you're successful, you transition into doing it full time, which
Correct.
is, you're your own boss. Now, here's the question, Steve. If you're your own boss, though, how do you stay motivated to wake up every single day to continue building business? A lot of people get complacent. What are some tricks that you're doing or can share that help others that are watching stay motivated?
That's a good question, Sean. People get very comfortable very quick. I'm never comfortable. I grew up working since I was 11 years old, and there's never been a time that I haven't had at least two or three forms of income coming in, right? So one of the biggest things you can do, and what most people don't understand, is if you don't have multiple streams of income coming in, nowadays you're almost dead in the water. So I'm not comfortable. I haven't been comfortable for a long time, and I definitely haven't been comfortable since I started my own business. On top of that, I started this business, back in 2016, and I just started another one last year. So multiple streams of income, build a business where you can't get comfortable, because once you get comfortable, then you're complacent, like you said, and you're dead in the water. You don't have that motivation to wake up and bust your ass, So yeah, I would just work.
Now, since you've been in network marketing, you have a full beard. Love it, man.
Yeah.
Did you stop? Did you stop shaving? Like, look, I'm just going to let this go. Or did you have this for a while now?
I had this before I started. So back in 2013, 2014, I banged up my shoulder and had to have shoulder surgery. Gotcha. I was home for a few months, and why not? So I got lazy, didn't shave, and I liked it. The wife liked it, and here we are today. I've had it for 12 years now, It's a little shorter than it used to be.
You had it out there. Nice.
It used to be a little bit bigger, but I trimmed it down. I'll try to be a little bit more professional. But
Hey,
it's one of those things. It's there. People either love it or they hate it. Most people love it these days.
no, it's part of your brand. This is how people can remember Steve when he goes out to places. Oh, the guy with the beard. Like, it's simple. It's like if you're talking to me and you, they're going to remember you because you have your beard.
That's
just
true,
on facial, hair. So it's a powerful thing with branding, and people don't realize it. Whatever business you're involved in, you are the brand. It's not the company.
Correct.
And
people don't get that. You're right. You build what you want based off of who you are and your personality and what you bring to your clients. Some people are just complacent. They're robots and they read a script and that's it. And it's hard for them to weave and answer questions because this is all they know. Word for word, X, Y, and Z, and not being able to bounce back and forth between topics. You don't build yourself a brand because you're just that guy, right?
I found that I've done that with my insurance business, and I believe in the same thing. It transitions through. That's why I keep the connection machine, because we are connectors. No matter what your business you're involved in, if you're connecting other people, you might be going to have a conversation with someone, and it's not going to lead or end in a success or a sale for your business. It might be for connecting someone else that's going to circle back. That's what people don't realize.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you go into an appointment, obviously you want to be able to close. But what's even better is being able to form a relationship with that person.
Yep.
And that family, and be able to bring some sort of value. Not everybody is able to do that. Not everybody can sit there, have a conversation with somebody and walk away without closing them and still form a relationship and then even refer those people to somebody else that is just a better fit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't win them all, as they say, but you know what? You can try. And if you can help somebody else in your industry or outside of your industry move a step ahead because you built a relationship, even if it's with somebody that you don't currently service, it's still a win.
And there are people that you don't want to work with. You have to fire sometimes, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. I've walked out of people's houses before.
It's like,
not
is it really worth the commission?
Everybody.
Sometimes no. You got to move on and get to something that people want to have that mutual respect.
Absolutely. I'm gray enough as it is. I don't need other people coming and giving me more grief. But yeah, you're 100% correct. Not everybody's a winner when it comes to the client service relationship. Some people just don't mesh. And if you don't mesh, you can't force that. If you try to force it, it's just going to fall apart. Yes. So why put anybody in that situation? There's other people who can service them and have a better relationship, and they're on the same wavelength as those people. Put them in touch with each other. I do it all the time. Some people just aren't for you, and if you're open and honest from the get-go, you'll eventually build a relationship with them because they'll be happy that you actually were honest and open and told them, you know what, it's just not going to work, but we can still be friends.
Right. That's why I like doing this, because there are friends in my network. And I tell people all the time, if you're watching this video, please engage, drop those hashtags, etc. But look at the description and hit follow on all the social links, call my guest, Steve, and find out what's going on. But I tell people all the time, if you're a guest on my show, there are friends that won't ever do what I do, want to do, in the businesses that I do.
Right.
And it might help Steve out, and his friends be like, oh, wow, Steve and Sean are talking about network marketing. We're building business. I like what Sean does. I'm going to get involved. I'm going to call. We're going to connect. And then as people in Steve's network don't want to do what Steve's doing, and they're going to reach out to Sean, and we can do some business. It's all how we collaborate. And it's
correct. Yeah.
It's just putting value at the forefront.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even have to work in the same industry. That's the biggest thing. One of the strategic partners that I use is Vivint. So they do home automation and security.
Yes.
A good friend of mine works for ADT. I don't make a commission off of Vivint stuff because I refer them to him because you know what? It's comparable, and I'd like to help him and do the best that I can. So things like that. Uh, Car services, accountants. I'm not an accountant,
Yep.
but when somebody asks the question, okay, give this person a call, give that person a call. Some people, even accountants, they're not meant for everybody. Some of them are more business oriented versus homeowner oriented. So having a referral list of people that you can give to others, it's just a way to network and open everybody up to business and possible clientele.
Definitely. What Steve was saying, yeah, there's people that are in sales in other fields that are going to be sitting down with other people that they might not close, but they'd be like, oh, Steve does this. Boom. Can you call Steve? Hey, Sean does this. Call Sean. That's how it works. And you build your ecosystem and it merges. Yep. Steve shared with us earlier that you were injured. And is that a reason why you got into network marketing? And if it wasn't, I know that's a great excuse of getting into a business you can do from your convenience of your home on your back. You could be on the couch, rehabilitating and building something with your phone.
You're 100% correct. When I was injured, it did not lead me into network marketing or the business that I'm currently in. It happened a few years before I started. What got me into it was the desire to work for myself. I had a friend of mine who was in the business for a while, and he reached out and he said, listen, I'm expanding my office. We've known each other for years. I think you'd be a good fit. How about we get together and we meet? At the time, I was working nights. I worked nuclear pharmacy overnight, and I was tired. I was over it. It's a cool industry to be in. It's different. You say nuclear pharmacy, everybody thinks you glow in the dark. But it's not. It wasn't pouring pills in a bottle. I wasn't working retail. It was something different, but it was still a night job. And it beat you up. It was a lot of driving, a lot of commuting, and I was done. I was tired, and I wanted to spend time with my wife. And he reached out, and I said, "All right, let's see what you got. Let's see what this is all about." And what sold me on it was what it was doing for people. And not only do you get paid, but you learn how to help people in the financial industry and not rip them off, because that's what happens these days. And it just flipped a switch for me. So I couldn't not do it. And it was a long road. My father got sick just as I got started, but I trucked along. I got all my licenses. I went through the whole thing. I started building my own brand, bringing people on, training. I would work all night, sleep a couple hours in the morning, and then work all afternoon training and meeting with clients. I'd sleep like 3-4 hours a night just to build and grow what now is, a pretty thriving and profitable business, and something that I enjoy more than anything else. At the end of the day, I see people on the weekends because it's easier to fit it into their schedules. And I come home and I'm happy because I'm doing something that is worthwhile for me. But how did I get into it? Somebody asked, somebody reached out, and I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and I gave them a chance. And that's not what everybody does. Yeah. Too many people just walk away. They don't want to hear it. Oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Not for nothing. Your job's a pyramid scheme. Get over
every
yourself.
Job.
Get over the BS. There's somebody at the top and it trickles down. And if you're at the bottom, you're moving the bricks. They're not. So, that was the biggest thing for me. And like I said earlier, freedom. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do and build something for myself and for my family that is generational, right?
Yes.
So I did mention earlier, like I started another business last year. How would I be able to do that? Because I have the time, because I gave myself that. You know, I have two businesses going right now simultaneously. I still work also. So I got three things going on at the same time. But you know what?
Yep.
If it's what you want to do, you're gonna do it. So so yeah, I mean, freedom is the biggest thing. Money comes second. You know,
I
everybody likes the big sale, but freedom, money, and doing the right thing, being able to sit down with somebody and show them that, you know what, at the end of the day, you're going to be better off today than you were yesterday.
I like what you were saying, Steve. And yeah, being happy. You're busy. You have a lot of things going on. I'm the same way. I'm a full-time teacher. I'm an insurance agent. I have network marketing, two businesses like you were saying. I also have I've created a crypto coin. People say, how do you have time to do this stuff? Because I am very strategic. When I work, I'm working.
Yep.
When I'm not working, I am enjoying life. That's what you should
Correct.
be doing. That's something that, you know, I'm a dad. I have 4 kids. It's crazy to say that. And it takes time, but I love them and I want to be around them. Making money, like you were saying, is second. I don't need to make all this money. I want to make enough money to have all the experiences that I can give to my kids.
Right.
And, you know, it's not all about, but there's people that all they do is want to work, make all this money. Like your kids don't know who the hell you are. And that's not good.
Right.
Especially being dads out there, guys. You got to take, you know, ownership of being a very important person in your kid's life and step up and be there for them. Be in the moment. Take this phone, and put it away. I try to do that as much as I can.
Yeah, especially when you're home.
Right. And any failures? Let's talk about some failures that you've had in this space. You know, you sign up everybody, right?
You know what? I do my best, but I am strategic with it. But then there's people that you think are gonna be great and stick around.
Right. Yes.
And they run away. And you know, one of the things I was taught early on is they're all meant to quit. Right? There's so few of us who have the mindset to be able to handle the negative aspects of working for yourself and owning your own business. Most people are going to quit. They just are. So that's the biggest failure that I feel. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care if I don't close a client. I don't care if somebody cancels on me last minute. It's when they quit and you think that they're going to be successful and they think that they're going to be great. And then they kind of ghost you. So you can't even ask them why.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, oh, it's not for me. Okay. It's not for me to me, it's not a valid excuse. There's something under there, and most people don't. You won't ever get it out of them.
Right.
But yeah, to me, that's the biggest failure, because at one point I had 12 people working with me, you know, and slowly but surely they kind of trickle off. Some of them stick around. Some of them are, you know, weekend warriors. But you know, when you have like this influx of people and you have a whole bunch of people that you're training and mentoring and putting the time into, and then they just don't answer your phone calls or stop calling, to me, that's the biggest failure. And it's always going to be an ongoing one. And I'm sure you know that firsthand also. It'll always be one of those ongoing failures that you'll never get past. It's mentally being able to just go, okay, next. Because
it's
most
true.
People are meant to quit.
It's definitely, there's a lot of quitters out there. Yeah, you can see it. Like, oh wow, you have all these skills. You can talk to people. You're good on the phone. You present things.
Yeah,
you would do well with this, but people don't give it time. A lot of times they spend some companies are free. Some are $10 a month, $100 a month, 900,000, 2,500, whatever your level you're getting into. But think about this, guys. You're paying that a small amount to own a business, and it also is work. You have to do something. You have to go to, like Steve was saying, there's trainings that you should be going into, whatever company you're working with. There should be a mentor, hopefully, that's sharing what is able to duplicate so that you can share that with
100%.
others on your team. And I found I don't want to have a huge network. I'm growing a big network, but I want like 5 people. Even start with 4. Start with 2. If you get 2 people that are just like us, just like you and I, the 2 animals, what would happen? Then you train these 2 people to get 2 people, and it just starts multiplying.
That's all it is.
But everyone thinks I need to have 100 people. You could be a great salesperson and be horrible at network marketing because you're selling all the product, but you're not teaching people how else to sell the product to earn off of them. That's leveraging other individuals.
Yeah, if you can't figure out how to train people and duplicate yourself and duplicate your process, you're dead in the water. One of the things that I like to emphasize is know your products. Like, you have to know it. And some people will only know the basic stuff. If you don't know the ins and outs of your product, people are going to ask you a question. And if you're just getting started, it's fine to say, hey, do you mind if I get back to you? But if you've been doing this for a year, 2 years, and you're like, I don't know the answer to that question, you've lost trust. And now you're trying to train somebody who doesn't trust you to be able to do it and mentor them. And they think that you just kind of conned them into joining this thing, right? Because there's always a thing. But being able to duplicate yourself in a timely manner, strategically, so that those people can go out and duplicate themselves and build something for themselves is the biggest thing that you can do. It's the most rewarding thing that you can do, really, at the end of the day. Being able to share advice and share mentorship with somebody who is open to it is, I mean, you're being a parent to another adult, essentially, right? Like, I don't have kids, but it's kind of the same thing. You're babying them, you're holding their hands, you're walking them through the process. And if they can stick with it and get through those teenage years, they'll be a great adult, right?
And you celebrate them like crazy, because a lot of people want to have, acknowledgement. Some people want to have those shout outs. Some people want to have that, you're doing a great job. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm just going to keep doing my thing. But there are people that are going to just need that to keep them motivated, keep them going, and do it. It's a good thing. A lot of companies have stuff you can, put on a template and put on social media and be like, hey, Steve just accomplished this. You got to check him out, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
It's like, just like kids, you want to celebrate, give trophies, things like that.
Yep.
That's why they always have big trips at the end of usually a year, because people hit milestones.
Yeah. And it gives people something to look forward to, something to work towards, right? Not everybody has that. They're like, oh, maybe this will be cool. I'll start it. Oh, I got a couple big commissions or things like that. But when you see a trip and it's all expenses paid, and you have this awesome hotel room and, in Colorado hanging out on the ski slopes, it's pretty cool. And people, it gives people a reason to get off their ass and go work. So yeah, I mean, that's also part of the network marketing, but that's also kind of what it drives people towards it, but it also drives people away because they feel like it's gimmicky.
Right.
Get out of your own head with the gimmick. There's no gimmick here. It's people want to see you succeed. And if you're willing and open to try, you will. If you're closed off and you push away, you're going to fail from the get-go. But if you give yourself the option to be open and honest with the people that are trying to mentor you and people that are trying to help you along the way, you'll be successful. And you might not be the best at what you do, but you can grow into something, and you can grow something that will generate you an income and put you into another level.
A lot of times the companies that are out there, maybe an hour, 2 hours minimum a day, you can put in towards your business. If you're working a 9 to 5, find an hour or 2 here and there instead of watching Netflix or watching a movie or something. Do that every once in a while, but really focus and discipline yourself. It will change your business no matter what you're involved in, because you're putting that, you're consistent. That's the important thing, is being consistent.
Right.
It's not, I signed up, I'm not making that money yet, because you didn't do anything. You didn't bring anyone in. You didn't sell any product or service. You're just there. So you got to have more ownership of it and like find your whys. Like Steve was talking about, I share a lot of times with my kids. I want to, be around for a long time, give them experiences, not materialistic stuff. I want to go out and do things, put them into areas that I couldn't get to do when I was younger, and show and watch and live through them. See the smile on their face when they go to Disney World or wherever we end up going, because that's what's fun. That's what's great, and that's what you should be, focused on. And then getting those trips too, man. That'd be a winner. But people flash cars, they flash houses.
All flash, no cash.
And but they don't share their process. That's the issue. They don't. Yeah. Most of that stuff is a rented car or a rented house, and they're just doing social media pictures. But they don't. They don't do anything to earn that. It's just a picture that people are watching and looking at. Right. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you can ask anybody who's wealthy how they got there, and they will walk you through it. I haven't met one person who's a millionaire that hasn't explained to me what to do to get to where they are. Whether or not you want to do the work, that's up to you. And most people aren't willing to do it. It's too hard. Have you tried? Most people don't even try. They don't even open the first door.
Right. I have so many people that I can't tell people what I'm doing on a podcast or on a collaboration. And I'm like, why? Oh, they're going to take my business. I said, look, you can tell people word for word, step by step, how to make $1 million, and nobody will go step by step. They'll do the first step and try to jump down to the 10th step, which you didn't do the middle ones. You're never going to get it because you're missing steps.
Yep. Listen, most people aren't where they want to be in business and in life. If you can't look 5 years ahead and figure out a plan on how to get there and look at somebody else who's where you want to be and just be open and honest and ask and follow the same strategy that they did, you're never going to get there. And too many people are too afraid or too prideful to be like, hey, why don't I just ask for help? Why don't I ask what they did? I see that you've built the business. I see that you have the nice house and the nice car, but you also have something that's sustainable and it works for you when you're not even there. How did you do it? Most people just can't bring themselves to asking.
Asking the questions will get you those answers. But like Steve was saying, it's not gonna happen if you don't put that out into the open and ask that question. So, man, lots of value here, man. I know a lot of you that are popping in. You're gonna have to make sure you go to the description, set up a quote, Steve. Follow him on all the socials. Take a look at his links, but have a call. I guarantee you're gonna have wealth of knowledge. You're gonna learn about what he's doing, and it's important. And then build. It might not even be for you. It might be for a friend that when you're in a conversation, oh, I need this. Boom. You're helping your friend out. You're also helping Steve. Just like what I'm doing as well. I'm always looking to, throw it a different angle. So it might not be what I'll be able to close. It might be someone I can throw it to Steven. He'll get the commission. And then we build that relationship. So I definitely wish many people would be like you and share, because people are afraid, but we're getting them. I'm getting a lot more opportunities that are, being guests on this show and dropping those gems. So I want to thank Steve for being with us today. Any final thoughts, Steve?
Ask questions, like you said. People don't want to ask questions. People don't want to be open enough to put themselves out there. Take the first step. Don't be afraid. If you try, you're one step closer to winning than you're not even trying at all. I mean, most people don't even try these days. So just try. Ask the questions. Sit down with somebody that's doing some sort of network or affiliate marketing and just see what it's about. There might be some aspect of it that appeals to you.
Yeah.
And there might be an aspect that doesn't. So if you can navigate it, you might become successful. You might build something for yourself and for your family, or you might not. But if you don't try, if you don't ask, you'll never know. And you can't just assume these days.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks again, Steve. I want you to stick around for a moment. Everyone else, we hope you have an amazing rest of your day.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.